He didn't carry a sword. He didn't lead a march, but he changed the world one sermon, one shelter, and one soul at a time. His name was Theodore Wright, born in a country still enslaved, educated in halls that weren't built for him. But Wright didn't ask permission, he claimed his place. He became the first black graduate of Princeton Theological Seminary. Now, his story.
In an era defined by bondage, some figures burned so brightly they carved paths to freedom for others to follow. Today, we're talking about one such trailblazer, a man whose faith was not just a belief, but a weapon against injustice. Theodore Wright. Imagine being born a free black man in 1797. The year is significant. America is young, but the institution of slavery is deeply entrenched. While you have your freedom, the world around you is a constant reminder that 4 million of your brothers and sisters. That's not the case. This was the world Theodore Wright was born into. He was fortunate enough to attend the African Free School in New York City, a rare privilege. But for Wright, this wasn't an endpoint, it was a launch pad. He aimed higher, shattering a ceiling that seemed impenetrable. He became the very first African American to attend and graduate from the prestigious Princeton Theological Seminary. This wasn't just a personal achievement. It was a crack in the foundation of systemic exclusion. With his education, Wright could have chosen a quiet life. Instead, he chose the front lines. As the pastor of the first colored Presbyterian church in New York City, his pulpit became a powerful platform for protest. He didn't just preach about salvation in the afterlife. He demanded liberation in the here and now. He powerfully condemned the hypocrisy of a nation that held a Bible in one hand and a whip in the other. He called out the deep-seated racism and moral bankruptcy of a society that professed Christian values while enslaving millions. His words were backed by unwavering action. In 1833, he stood among the founders of the American Anti-Slavery Society, a pivotal organization in the fight for abolition. He served on its executive committee for 7 years, shaping the strategy and moral direction of the movement. Wright understood that true change required building institutions. He was instrumental in developing the Union Missionary Society and the American Missionary Association, expanding the influence of black-led religious and social activism and creating networks of support and empowerment that would last for generations. He wasn't just participating in the movement, he was building its infrastructure. But Wright's activism went far beyond speeches and meetings. He was a man of immense courage who put his own safety on the line. He worked tirelessly with the New York Committee of Vigilance, a crucial group that protected free black citizens from the constant threat of being kidnapped and illegally sold into slavery. Think about that for a moment. The danger was real, and the stakes were life and death. His home wasn't just a residence. It became a sanctuary, a vital station on the Underground Railroad, offering refuge to those fleeing bondage. He didn't just talk about freedom. He opened his door to it, sheltering those who risked everything to claim it. He also traveled extensively as an agent for the New England Anti-Slavery Society, delivering powerful lectures that called for immediate, unconditional emancipation. His faith was the engine of his relentless pursuit of justice. It was an active, defiant faith. In one of his most moving reflections, Wright captured this spirit perfectly. He wrote, "Thanks be to God, there is a buoyant principle which elevates the poor, downtrodden colored man above all this. He is cheered by the hope that he will be disenthralled, and soon, like a bird set forth from its cage, wing his flight to Jesus." For Wright, faith wasn't about passive waiting. It was the buoyant principle, the force that gave him and others the strength to break the cage and take flight. Theodore Wright passed away in 1847, years before the Emancipation Proclamation. But his work did not die with him. His legacy is etched into the very fabric of the fight for freedom and equality. The great Frederick Douglass, a man not known for faint praise, called him one of the most intellectual and moral men in the country. Wright wasn't always the loudest voice in the room. He wasn't flashy, but his contributions were foundational. He laid the groundwork for generations of black religious leaders, shaped abolitionist strategy, and exemplified a model of moral resistance rooted in unshakable faith. He showed the world that a pulpit could be a battleground, a home could be a haven, and faith could be the ultimate act of liberation. Thank you so much for joining me to learn about this incredible figure from our history. If you found this story as inspiring as I do, please hit that like button, subscribe for more stories of forgotten heroes, and share this video to help keep their legacies alive. See you next time.